All right, man. Hey, yo, what up? We back. It's by you, boo boys. Yeah, we back. We back with a
Special
special
guest
guest.
here today.
What's
Back
up?
to Baton Rouge. Episodes in a row, huh?
You know it, man. This is our second virtual episode. We got a special guest in here, man. We gonna let her introduce herself. You know what I'm saying?
Hey y'all, my name is Gwen. So happy to be here. Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
hey, Gwen, man.
So we found Gwen, on the side of the road when we was going to the gas station, and she said that she wanted to be a part of the podcast. So
That those words did come out of my mouth. Yes, yes, I did say that.
so yeah,
hey, man.
gotta
But nah, we gonna get straight into it. Y'all let us know what y'all think about everything in the comments. Especially having this is the first girl on here. She's the first girl on our podcast, right? Of
be
all,
You know
like
the
what I'm
ever.
first
saying? Hello,
ever
period.
female
Am
on the
I a girl though?
podcast.
How do you know I'm a girl for real?
Ooh. Oh, okay.
We did just assume your gender. I'm gonna go ahead and formally apologize for that one.
I accept your apology. I'm in a good mood today. You feel me? So.
You know
Yeah,
it.
so
Let's get
so
started, Jalen. Let's get
We're gonna
started.
get it
I'm
started. We're
excited.
gonna get it started. All right. So obviously the first question is for Miss Gwen. All right, and this is the topic. Obviously we're gonna answer the question as well. She's our number 2-1. So we're gonna see how they go. But um can a guy with no money make you happy?
Um, me? No. Me happy? No. Make a girl happy? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Was that a good? Yeah. Yeah.
What's your reasons for why you feel like they can't make you happy?
I feel like okay. Wait, can I cuss? I can cuss, right?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. Speak.
Okay, I feel like a nigga with no money, you should not be focusing on getting a girl. You should be focusing on getting a job. You feel me? Run up that bank.
I knew you was
Like,
gonna say that.
but
I just
like
had a
for real,
feeling.
cause why you focusing on getting coochie when you should be getting money in your account? First
So
off,
people with no money can't find love no more.
they can find love with another non-money having female. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing
Well,
wrong
so
with that.
you saying because you got money, you can't have nobody that don't got money. That's what
No,
you
that's not
saying.
even what I'm saying. Like
That's
I
what
can
she
hold a
said,
nigga
huh,
down.
Jalen?
No, I can hold a nigga down though. Like if he not up right now, I got you, babe. Like I love you, like my man. But it's also like you won't like if we not going on no dates or nothing. Like I guess you can go on dates without spending money, but it's like I want to feel like yearn for. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if you have no money, you can't treat a girl as well as you'd like to. You know what I'm saying? Does
No,
that
I
make
mean,
sense?
So let me
I
try
mean,
to
I see it from
understand
that
what
point of
you're
view.
saying.
I want to hear what Mike. I want to hear how like Mike. I'll just stutter all over
So
the place. Let me
so
slow down.
you saying that are you saying that like if a man had money and he approached you, you wouldn't like you wouldn't mess with him, or are you saying that like you can have a guy that like was up but then he went down and you'll hold him down while he down till he get back up?
Correct. Because I
Okay.
feel like I grew up as the male is the provider. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why? What am I providing? I should be nurturing. Why am I providing? Like I feel like a man should be stable enough to provide for himself, and don't look for a girl unless you ready to provide for her as well. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's valid. Hey,
Would y'all date a broke ass bitch?
but I think it's different for us. It's different for us. I'm gonna let Mike go. You go first, Mike. Then I'll go.
All right, so for me it's like you can be broke. I'll allow you to be broke as long as you have a job. There's a difference, right? Because you can be broke and not want to do anything to be better for yourself. But if you broke and you got a job, like just you spend your paycheck every time you get it, that's different. Because I can be cool with you spending your money every time you touch it and then just being broke. Because a lot of girls are like that anyway. Majority of girls, they're gonna touch a little bit of money and they going straight to the clothing stores and the websites buying bullshit. So as long as you got a job now, if you broke and then like you don't have no job and now everything we do is dependent on whether or not I pay for it, that's where I draw the line. Because as far as you supposed to be a provider, yes, but nigga, I'm not your daddy, so I'm not paying for everything. Like, if that makes sense. I'm not.
Type
I'm
shit.
not. I'll pay for everything out the kindness of my own heart. I'm not gonna be responsible for paying for everything. That's where I draw the line.
So you do it like because you just a kind soul. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
So like, if if we go out, we go on a date, yeah, and I pay. That's because we on a date and shit. But if one day a nigga just hungry, and you're like, if you're hungry, you eating is dependent on my wallet. I don't like that.
okay.
Don't ask me, can we go get something to eat? And then you not even like remotely ready to try to pay. Like,
Period.
you could at least try to pay. And but if you asking somebody to go somewhere, you asking me to go out to eat because you hungry, and then at the same time, while you asking me this shit, I gotta pay for it. Ain't no way.
No, I feel that. I feel that, and I'm gonna kind of piggyback on it. I mean, I can see both point of views. I can see Gwen's point of view because it's like, obviously that's kind of more like a natural way of like, oh yeah, man's supposed to provide, so like him not having money is kind of hard. But I think overall, I think when you find real love, I think no matter what, like whether it come to money, whether it come to nothing, I think you're gonna overlook everything to be like, okay, we can still make this work. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of even if he making like less than 60,000, God forbid, that would be good. But let's say he making like, whatever he making, I think overall, if you can overlook it, I think real love overlooks everything, no matter like how
I
they
got a
look.
question, y'all. I got a question. Okay, so I recently got out of a relationship or whatever, right? And I told him that like I'm not paying for no food, like ever. Like I have, like, cause I wanted to. You feel me? But like I put that, I instilled that in him. Like I'm like, I'm not paying for no food. You know what I'm saying? And he had the option to be like, okay, you're not the girl for me, or bet I got you. And he went with the bet I got you. You know what I'm saying? Is that crazy if a girl said that to y'all? Like,
I mean,
I'm not touching no bill when it comes to food.
well, it depends. I think like if you're talking like just off rip, like first date. I mean, like obviously, I think first date always gonna be paid for, but like still, just in general, if you're just saying like overall, there'll never come a time where it's like, hey, like even like let's say it's my birthday, and you like, hey, babe, like I'm gonna pay for you, like since it's my birthday, you know what I'm saying? But
Type shit.
I mean, another thing, I guess it comes down to how much you got, because like if somebody who actually got it, they're gonna just be like, okay, like oh well, like food ain't nothing, but it really just depends. I mean, but I want to hear what Mike gonna say.
So I think that if I got told that, I'd probably get the biggest ick on the planet. But I wouldn't probably break up with her or like stop talking to her. I don't know what stage we're in when she says this, but like let's say it gets said to me, I probably wouldn't end things right there. But if you're gonna be like that, I'm gonna treat you the same way. So you saying like, yeah, I'm never touching no bill. Okay, well then we just never gonna eat. Like that's how I'm gonna do it. So and then we gonna see how much that shit really is important to one another. Like if you really gonna stand on not paying for nothing, and if I'm really gonna stand on not eating, because that's just a dumb compromise to have. Like I feel like if you're gonna say that you're not paying for nothing, that just starts an immediate problem. Like you don't have to openly say that you don't want to pay for anything. They can just let it happen. You just don't have to pay for things like when it comes time. But you openly saying, yeah, I'm not paying for nothing, then that means I'm gonna openly not eat shit, and then we gonna see who fall first. That's just what it's gonna be.
I mean, like, I can see that. You feel me? I can see that. But in my defense, it was never on some fuck you broke ass nigga. Like, if you don't pay for me, I'm done with you. You know what I'm saying? It was, there's been multiple occasions where I feel like I've been paying more. So I'm like,
Okay.
I don't, and it's also what you grew up with. You know what I'm saying? My dad paid for everything. Anything I wanted, I got. You feel me? So it's like, when I find a husband, I expect the same treatment. Respectfully. That's just how I was raised. You know what I mean? But
I
is that
like
bad?
that
Does that
take.
sound bad?
No, that's a good take because I like the I think more women nowadays need their dad to be a daddy's girl. So that's what you should. Whatever you get out your dad is what you should expect out your boyfriend, if that makes sense. So you had a pretty nice father when you grew up, and so your boyfriend need to be the same standard as your dad. And I like that thinking. But if you don't have no dad growing up to treat you right, and you try to find some dude to do all that, I don't know about all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because how you
crazy as fuck.
Nah, you can't expect everything if you ain't never had it before. Like you need to be able to be open to experimenting, and you need to be able to like, find what works for you. So I feel like if you've never experienced anything, you just know what you want based on other people's relationships, and that's not realistic. So Gwen got a daddy that gave her everything she wanted, and that's good for her. The next person might not have, and they shouldn't have the same standards based on what Gwen say on the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's also like, it's one thing if someone's like, I expect them to pay for my nails, my hair, my dress, blah, 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 whatever. If some people want that, cool. But I don't ask for that. You know what I mean? Because, like, if I really want it, I can do it myself.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I guess one day if I find that one person that going to do that, though, like, hello, thank you. But I'm not going to ask for it.
Yeah. I respect that. I respect that. I think Mike respected too. You know, yeah, man. But we're gonna keep it on relationship. We're gonna keep it on, relationship stuff. It's gonna be the last topic of relationship before we get into something new. I'm gonna go with Mike first. We're gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go with Mike first. What's your thoughts on 50-50 in a relationship? Like, do you feel overall a relationship should be 50-50 or?
Yeah, I think that's just the most basis, thing that you should do in a relationship. Like y'all should be contributing equal. Yeah. Like 50-50 don't really have to be just financial. Like if I'm contributing to the bread, you got to contribute to this. Or if you contribute to the bread, I got to contribute to this. So like being 50-50 is just normal to me. Now, if we going to talk straight money, my answer still is the same. Like yo,
bro.
Your base relationship should always expect to be 50-50. Like if you meet this girl that you just met, like I go out, I meet a girl. When I'm in that talking stage with that girl, both of our base views of the relationship should be 50-50. And if it's not, then that's the issue. If it ends up not being 50-50, I don't think that's the issue. I think that if somebody expects it not to be, that's the issue.
Yeah.
So I'll never go into a relationship with nobody expect like with them thinking that it's not going to be 50-50. You're going to have to put something up for sure. And then we'll work towards seeing what the logistics of it is. But that's just my take.
Jalen, I want to hear yours first. This way. I want to hear yours first before I go.
Man. I kind of agree with Mike. I think, 50-50. I mean, like when I hear, some girls say they don't necessarily believe in 50-50, I get confused because I'm just like, are you saying it in a way of like, you feel like you could do this and you can do that, but if I were to do it, it's a big problem. And that's where I'm like, I don't really like, I don't see like, if you're able, let's say just for example, let's say like you're able to, hang out with, guy friends that you've known for a long time or something like that. But let's say, God forbid, I go hang out with somebody I've been knowing since freaking elementary, a girl that like is like a friend, whatever, like super cool friend. And you're like, oh, no, you can't do that. And I'm like, why? And I'm like, but why could you do it? And I'm like, we're having a 50-50. They're like, well, that's not how it works. Like, I'm a girl. I can do, I'm like, Like,
double standard or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. It just really depends on what you mean when you say 50-50. Like, obviously, us as men, like there's certain things that like we're not gonna react the same way as a woman would on certain things. That's not how we're equipped. At least we're not supposed to. Now generation, so we'll see. But I mean, overall, like I'm always gonna in a relationship, I'm always gonna at least expect that. But I mean, if it ain't too outlandish, I can understand if it's not totally 50-50, but it can't just be like to the fact of where it's like you get to do whatever you want, and then when it comes to me, or like just you can react a certain way, but if I react a certain way towards you, it's like it's fine. That's
right. So just like hold the same standards.
Yeah.
I'm about to have a hot take, chat. About a hot take.
No.
Wait,
No.
so we don't even know I'm gonna say. Okay,
Okay.
listen, y'all. Because of feminism, I can say this. You feel me? But I feel like if my man could cover everything, and I would like, okay, this sounds really bad. Actually, it don't sound that bad. I would quit my job and be a stay-at-home, whatever. And if he was providing for everything financially, like I would cook. He ain't got to touch nothing ever in his life, ever, if he provided like that. But like I'm saying, nowadays, if I'm working just as hard as you, then yes, it's 50-50 in terms of the not even finance. In terms of like, if I'm doing the dishes, you gonna like, if I'm cooking, you gonna do the dishes type shit. You know what I mean? But in terms of finances, I feel like that should be discussed depending on income. Like, if I'm the breadwinner in my family, then I'm not gonna be on some fuck this nigga, he gotta pay for all this if he don't have it. But because I know myself, I'm not going to be the breadwinner. My husband's going to be the breadwinner. You know what I mean? So that way I would never put myself in that predicament. But
Well, I feel like if you get into a predicament to where you're not the breadwinner, that's something that you can't just, put yourself in a situation to. Like, let's say you meet let's say you meet your husband in college, and then like as y'all enter your career paths, you just end up making more money than him.
More money, yeah,
That's
yeah.
not that's I don't feel like that's fair. He not the breadwinner. Let me go find a new nigga. You know what I'm saying? So how you feel about that?
I mean, I guess I didn't think about it like that. I was thinking more of I'm not gonna find my husband at this whole ass school of Louisiana State. But if I were to find the love of my life at LSU, right, I would go for, I don't know, this sounds bad, but like I look for certain qualities in someone to the point where like they would be a breadwinner. Someone that's intellectually like there in a conversation, someone that's on top of their work. Like, I'm not gonna be with someone who has straight D's, gonna be nowhere in life. You know what I mean? So that don't even cross my mind. I'm not gonna lie.
So what if?
Hold on, let me speak on that real
All right,
quick.
go ahead.
I that's your standards, correct? Like that's your standards. I'm not gonna bash that by no means.
Period.
But I think, and there's statistics behind it. I'm not gonna say just a random number, but do you know? I know a lot of people may make D's and C's, but a lot of those guys end up being a lot more successful in the long run.
Oh,
Like those guys who own like construction companies and stuff. I'm not just making up. I'm not saying, oh, you make all A's, you're not gonna be
30% more. Right.
But no, like when you look at it, you look at the statistic. The C students are usually the boss. Like in the long run, usually are the bosses of the A students from high school and all that. Like I'm telling you. So
I should find a CD student and marry them, basically.
I mean, you got to find a person for you, like regardless. Like you said, that's your standard. So regardless of what anybody says, like I'm like you said yourself, you're going, you know what you want, right? But like my question was going to be, let's say you looking for that breadwinner guy. Let's say like whatever you become a model or something, or you become like get famous from one of them like interviews or something like that you be doing, and you just grow and you keep growing, and you get to a point where like. You big on the internet, you big in a different way, and you regardless, your income is going to be bigger than his. Would that still work if you're a good guy?
Okay. Let's just say, for your example, right? I'm just making all this money in my account. Hello, all this money in my account, right? If I can pay for it myself times 10, my man should be able to pay for it times 1. Like, he should be able to pay for it at least for himself. So it's like, I don't like that. That's just a preference. Like, I will feel, if we make similar, like close, I make a little bit more. Okay. But if I'm making like a lot more and you not even like, if you just coasting by, you're okay with being where you at, then that's not for me.
I think that your relationship standards are not as realistic as you think they are.
They might not be realistic at all. Actually, they might be
No,
terrible.
I think if you got into a real long-lasting, loving relationship, everything that you said in the last 20 minutes going right out the window. That's what I think.
It could be. It could be.
Cause
I just, but
you
I've already
not
said
gonna.
like if he had money and then didn't have a job, like he got laid off or something, I'm not gonna be on some. Nah, we're done. I'm not gonna look at him differently just because he got
You're
laid
not
off.
gonna see. Even if he quit his job, you're not gonna tell him you done.
Why are you quitting if you know? Like sometimes you got to do stuff that you don't want to do to provide for your family.
And maybe so, but you got to understand it at this point. In this generation, look at it. Like, look in our generation, we don't have to work as hard as the last generation. And when I say that, I mean you got millions of people right now on TikTok who's
that is true.
Who's famous off of TikTok stuff. So let's say you're working your regular 9 to 5, and your man just says, you know what, like freaking, I'm gonna start my podcast. I want to start something that I really want to do. Like I like, regardless of how much income it brings. I mean, it has to bring something. But I mean, like, let's say, like, frick this, I'm done. Like, I want to start my own podcast. I want to do this. I want to start my own business or try to do whatever. Like, come on.
If he consulted with me in those plans, I'd support it. If he just one day was like, fuck it, I quit, came back, ain't tell nobody, and he ain't let nobody know, even though that's a decision that affects both of us, I'll feel some type of way for sure.
Okay, so I want to circle back to what you said earlier. You said that if your man is the breadwinner, this, that, and the third, he got it like that, you'll be a stay-at-home, wife, right? All right. So what you majoring in?
I'm a double major in sports commerce and public relations.
All right. So let's say one day you want to be an agent.
No.
Well, you're gonna be an agent in this scenario. Let's say one day Jalen go to the NFL, you his agent. He just signed for a $40 million contract. You getting, I think, like 2% of that. That's the margin. So you get about 2% of that.
Anywhere from like 3 to 7.
So now you making $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. Your man won't be a stay-at-home husband now. How do you respond to your man want to be a stay-at-home husband when you got all this money?
No.
Oh.
No.
So my thing is, so it's the same household margins, right? This is what I was saying. This is why I brought it up. Let's say your man making $500,000 and you want to be a stay-at-home wife. The household is making $500,000. Now let's say you making $500,000. Now he can't be a stay-at-home husband. He got to go do whatever he got to do to make the household margins be more. So that's my thing. I think you should think about if you making the same amount of money, why can't he be a stay-at-home husband? If you're obviously content with making that much money as a household, so it shouldn't matter.
Right. Rebuttal. To that I say I wouldn't. So okay, it's not that I want to be, it's that I would be. Like if he was making all this money and I was making like less or whatever, and he brought it up and was like, hey, like, I just want you to know, like, if you decide that you no longer want to work, I will support you. I doubt a nigga would ever say that. But if he did say that, I would really be like, I might take that out for us. But I'm not going to be like, hey, like, I just don't want to work anymore. Like, no, I wouldn't do that. Like, I wouldn't do that. Because that's why I'm excited. I want a job. You know what I mean? You said what?
I said I would. Fuck it. If niggas gonna make a dump load amount of money and I'm not making that much to contribute to it, fuck it. I want to stay home. We're gonna have to have that uncomfortable conversation.
I like having my own money even in a relationship. So yeah.
You just said you wanted to be a stay-at-home. You would be a stay-at-home wife. Now you're gonna have
no. If I was a stay-at-home, I would probably have like a small business, or like I'm not just gonna do nothing at home all day.
You work at McDonald's?
D9. Respectfully. I actually did work at McDonald's, so that shit was treacherous. Never do that ever in your life.
It was the
food at McDonald's.
I did.
How much
when I was
making?
15. You said what?
How much you made?
16.
At McDonald's?
Oh no, 14. It was 14.
I'm about to say,
where you was working at?
Orlando.
And you know Orlando got them 2-story McDonald's, so she'll probably over there. making that bank, man.
It was $14. Yeah, $14 an hour. But that shit was treacherous. I've never saw nobody a day in my life, and a customer almost swung on me, bro. That would have been the day I would have went to jail. I don't know.
But yeah, I think your relationship standards, man. I think once you actually get into a real one, you're gonna have some realistic standards. You just saying this right now because you single and you looking for a guy and all that.
But that's not even true though, because when I had a boyfriend of a year and a half, I had the same standards. I just didn't like really push them because we're all college students and I don't need you to be rich right now. Like, I don't need you to have hella money in your account when I know you got to pay for school, pay for gas, you know what I'm saying? All that extra stuff. It's like, and I'm like I was saying, like for dates and stuff, you don't got to spend money on dates or like to be thoughtful. Like if a nigga got flowers from the ground and came and was like, hey, babe, like I love you, I would be like, yo, you're cute as fuck. Yo, I love you. Like,
She lying like shit. She not gonna let no nigga come up to her with some dirt on the flowers from the ground. No rapping.
I promise you that's cap. I promise you that's cap.
If your boyfriend walked into your crib with some flowers out the damn ground with some damn dirt on it, you gonna be like, oh, you can't afford no flowers. That's what you gonna say.
I would never say that. I would never say that. Okay, because think about it. If I'm already used to not getting flowers, then anything I would appreciate.
It is true.
It's not a bad take. I mean, so what's your last relationship end over?
Oh, I don't know if
I plead the fifth.
Yeah, we can't talk about that. We can't talk about that on here.
I plead the fifth really bad. Like I really badly plead the fifth. So
yeah, we ain't gonna get into that. Unfortunately, that's yeah, unfortunately that was, But yeah, we pretty much y'all said what I had to say on that topic, or we got a little bit more.
Yeah.
Hey man, I hope one day that my wife end up making $1 million. I'm never gonna touch nothing else but the couch for the rest of my life.
Stay-at-home husband, yeah.
You better be cooking every night doing this shit.
I might be Chef Boyardee in that bitch.
Period. Miss Lark. What's her name? Nara Smith, whoever the fuck, who be making shit from scratch. What's her name?
Oh, you talking about that weird girl from TikTok? Now we don't bang with her.
Oh, damn.
Hey, we only mess with cooking. I'm joking. I'm about to say cooking with.
Hey.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna get me in trouble, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in trouble too, man. But now, let's switch it over. All right, we're gonna switch it over to the music genre. Mike's a big music man himself. We talked about this one, so it's pretty simple. I mean, overall, career-wise, impact-wise, who do y'all feel is the better artist, right? Drake or Kendrick Lamar? And I'm gonna start off with Gwen. Yeah, explain why.
And I'm gonna explain this too. I don't listen to music, right? Pause. I do, but like I'm not a big Kendrick fan or a big Drake fan. Like I'll probably know a few songs from each, but I don't religiously listen to them. But I say Drake because if you look at sales, Drake top that nigga OD. Kendrick's lyricism, top tier though. I'm not gonna lie. Kendrick's lyricism is very, very adequate. But everyone know who Drake is. Drake is well known everywhere. Like you can play like probably one of Drake's top songs. Everyone, not even a nigga that don't know him, but they gonna know that song. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Kendrick Lamar, you know what? You can name 6. You can name 6 if you're not a fan. Okay then.
I got you. Big Mike, what you got?
I feel like I'm more of an intellectual thinker than this light-skinned girl over here in the corner and shit. But
look at yourself, twin.
But I think that Drake is a bigger artist, and I think that he makes music that's more listen-toable, for lack of better words. But I feel like Kendrick is he's a better musician for sure. He's a better artist. He raps intricately. You gotta really break down what he's saying and understanding it. Like he's very artistic. He's pulling different all these different like aspects of music into like making a one singular song.
Yes.
And it's the fact I mean, before the beef, he really wasn't dropping much, but like it's the fact that he's doing it over and over and over again. Like that's hard to do. That's why I've always respected Kendrick and JCole, because nobody make music like they do. But
I love JCole. JCole over both of them, anyways.
I mean, you unfortunately just not gonna find nobody playing Kendrick in the club, but you're gonna find somebody playing Drake in the club. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the only thing. I think Kendrick's a better. And I'm gonna be transparent. I got way more Drake songs on my playlist than I do Kendrick. I got way more.
Yeah.
But I can respect what Kendrick doing, and I think he's a better musician. That's what I'll say.
I feel that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, most of the stuff you said just now, I agree. I think, I mean, like you said, I mean, Kendrick, in a way, like obviously this is the topic, so we have to compare them and see who's better. But like in a way, you really can't compare them to the sense of like, okay, yeah, Drake. I say Drake's old music. Yeah, I feel like that actually like was really, really, really like everything he dropped is good, or everything he dropped gonna be big. But like overall, if you talking about Kendrick, like Gwen said, his lyrics, like the way he make you really feel something. Like even if you don't know what he's saying now, like 2 years later, you think back, you're like, oh, that's what he meant. Like, I don't know, man. So me personally, yeah, I take Drake. Like overall, like if I'm at a party, yeah, Drake. If I'm at a club, yeah, Drake. But like when I'm really in the mood to like listen to some real music, like some real rap, like some real like something that's gonna really hit me, it's Kendrick. It's Kendrick. You know, I can't say who my number one artist is because unfortunately my podcast might be taken down by tomorrow. So
wait, so sometimes y'all really be in the mood to like overanalyze a song, you feel me? Because you was talking about sometimes you gotta like pick apart. Like I could see what you're saying, but it's like sometimes I'm not in the mood to do all that. I just want a fun little listen and keep it pushing. Like, why am I no.
Nah, for me,
even like Lil Wayne though, like even Lil Wayne, like
I love Lil Wayne. That's my nigga.
That's what I'm saying. Like even like Lil Wayne, like he a real
Lil Wayne, my nigga.
Yeah, Lil Wayne top, but I mean,
I'm in the mood to break down everything. Like, so that's why people don't be understanding what JCole be saying. For me, I think JCole a better rapper than Kendrick. I'm gonna just go ahead and put that out there right now. Yeah, love it, hate me in the comments. JCole is a better rapper than Kendrick. Straight JCole.
Jermaine.
And he taught his songs are broken down in so many different levels, so intricately. Like you just can't do nothing but appreciate what he's doing. I'll sit there and I'll listen to his songs every day. And now I've gotten to the point where I done know all his shit word for word, bar for bar. Niggas probably gonna be thinking I'm a groupie and some more shit, but like if you just had the brain cells to process what he's saying, then you'll understand. Now Kendrick's a different story because he's a lot more artistic than J. Cole. Like just like the way that some of the sounds and like how he produces some of his songs, it's kind of like Tyler the Creator. And I don't like Tyler for that same reason. Because Tyler's songs are very, very artistic. Very artistic. Like sometimes it gets a little overwhelming. So that's how I feel about Kendrick. But Kendrick made my favorite two Kendrick songs, and it's for the same reasons why I like J. Cole shit, because it's just so intricate. He is Ductwork and Mona Lisa. When niggas break those songs down, you gonna understand. He fired with it.
Oh no, he went crazy on Mona Lisa. I ain't gonna lie, bro. And he did it with Wayne. Oh my god,
I feel like Wayne's the best artist ever. I'll say that.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't be wrong to say that. But I heard y'all say y'all don't like Tyler the Creator. Would I be wrong to say this though? The female version of Tyler the Creator, I don't know how much y'all listen to her. She's like
Doechii.
She trash too.
Trash?
No. Yeah, she trash too.
I don't know.
I like Doechii.
She got that one hit
because I think her delivery when she like speaks, it's intriguing. Like I like listening to her voice when she make music. Tyler the Creator though, I don't really like just because he's really like weird. Like nothing wrong with being a little different, but he's really weird. Like expeditiously weird. Is that a word? It is a word. I think I used it wrong, but we're gonna skip past over that. But it's like, I don't know. I fuck with some of the songs on Chromacopia, but
Now,
not a lot.
here's my thing about them. They always got a place in the industry, right? Because these the people that speaking for the people. Like they speaking for black folk. Like we need more of them in this world instead of all of this murder, gang music. You know what I'm saying? So Tyler Creator and Doechii, Kendrick Lamar, they speaking for black folk. But I just don't really like though. I don't like her music at all because one, the only reason to me, the only reason niggas know her name is because of the controversy over the Grammys, right? Didn't nobody know who Doechii was until she won that Grammy. I'm sitting. I've never had one person mention her name, put her song on. Like I've never seen a TikTok bother, not even a TikTok comment. Like if she was really like this big old artist, you know, a nigga would have knew her name at the very least. When she won the Grammy, I'm looking at everybody saying the exact same thing as I am. Like, who the hell is this? Didn't nobody know who she was. Now she made that one. She made that one song that got fire on TikTok with the trends and shit. And now niggas kind of know her. But I've never heard no other song in that song. And when she was rapping in that song, that shit was trash, man.
Does
I
an
don't know if y'all listen
underground
to the whole
artist
song.
make them less good of an artist just because
You
they're
said
not
what?
known in underground?
No, but it's like she's just not good to me. That's just
She's
it.
just as I don't know.
Yeah, she was rapping on anxiety, and that's why nobody's ever heard that clip. That clip is not ever put on anything. There are her actual verses on the song. It's just the song, the part of the song where she's singing and shit, and then like all the instrumentals come in the background voices. That's fire. That was artistic. But she, as a rapper, her winning a Grammy as a rapper, no, she can't rap. That's what I think. I don't think she could rap.
Right. In Hollywood, Snorty probably would. That's she rapped that, right? I don't listen to her, so I don't know.
And I don't know what you just said, so that's how I know that. Yeah.
All right.
Now to the last topic. Last topic of the day. I think Mike and I talked about this one. I don't think I talked to this one about Gwen. About this with Gwen. But can a WNbA player, right, a women's basketball player, can she score one single point in an NBA game? Can she even score a point? I'm gonna start this off with Mike, and I'm gonna see what Gwen has to say.
I don't want to be the bad guy first, so let's start with Gwen.
Oh, I'm just such an optimistic. Great, love that. First of all, I watch neither. I watch neither the WNBA or the NBA, so I feel like that'd be a terrible. But I feel like there is a reason that men's basketball is watched over women's basketball, and that's not just because people are sexist. I think that has to do with skill a little bit. But I'm also not want to talk because I can't even shoot a free throw and make it. So, you feel me? But I do think that there's a reason. And so you hear about LeBron, Curry, people that don't even watch basketball. They know these names. And I know Angel Reese because she went to LSU. Like, you feel me? So that's all I have to say about that.
I'm gonna give him my take. I think that certain women can go score. I think that on a regular season night, not no playoff game, not no it just on a regular season night, you know, you just out there playing basketball. I think Caitlin Clark could go out there and score. I think Sabrina Ionescu could go out there and score.
Yeah.
I think
Angel Reese.
I think Brianna Stewart could go out there and score.
She could rebound the fuck out that ball.
I don't think
can rebound the fuck
I don't think Angel Reese can go out there and score. I don't think she'll go score a point.
Oh.
Maybe if it's fast, maybe she cherry picking fast break. But if we talk, I'm gonna say no, because she's a she's like a big guard to WNBA, right? But she's not no big guard to the NBA. Actually, no, I'm gonna say yeah. Asia Wilson's tough. I'm gonna say yeah. Angel Reese, hell no. Because her game is so one-dimensional, right? She's a 6'3" big man who chuck layups, get her rebounds, and then like
But
I'm not gonna say chuck layups.
She don't.
She shoots layups. She shoots layups. She shoots layups.
She gets the rebounds.
She gets
She
rebounds.
does get the rebound.
But her doing, she's one of the biggest players in her league at 6'3". When she's down there with Giannis, and she down there with Victor Wembanyama, the layup not even getting out her hands.
I also think it
It's
depends
not
on
even
the
gonna
team.
get out her hands.
It depends on the team too.
So I think players like her, no. I think Brittany Griner, hell no. Just off the pure fact that she thought that she could go beat Boogie one-on-one back in the gap. I don't know.
Yeah, I ain't like that, bro. Like, I ain't. Come on, man.
Now, can women go out there and score points? Yes, I think they can. I think the right person could go score a point because so I play for the practice squad for the women's team. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be out there playing with Flaugier and Michaela.
Give your ass buckets too.
Michaela could go to she could go across the hall to the boys' facility right now and go give them buckets. That's how I feel about her. So certain women, yeah, but nah, you're not gonna tell me that what's the girl name they was making fun of her? Kennedy Carter not touching a damn point in the NBA. And whatever Jeff Teague was saying about these girls that they not gonna be able to beat nobody one-on-one, he was right. I'm gonna say that right now. Jeff Teague's right. So what'd you think about this, Jalen?
I don't see it. I'm gonna be honest. I think, like you said, the Caitlin Clarks of the world, because they don't have to go to the goal to get a bucket. They've proven before they can shoot from almost the timeline. So, I mean, I think very few. But when I see people even when Asia Wilson says she can beat, who is it? She said she can beat Josh Hart. I was like, no, but
Josh Hart is crazy.
Nigga,
Josh Hart is insane.
Yeah, dog.
That's like if she would say Bronny, I'd say yeah.
No, bro, why, bro? Bro, Bronny a bucket, man. Bronny a bucket, bro. But nah, man, that was our last topic. Unless we want to say one more thing, but I mean,
I feel like I'm gonna keep my my opinions to myself before I get chewed the fuck out. So
go ahead and say your opinions.
No, I mean about any other question that he had. Like if he were to, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. No, it's good. I think we should get a part-time contract going for Gwen for Bayou.
Yeah. Clap it up for Gwen, y'all. This is our first time having a girl on the podcast.
Yes.
We've expressed before that we're not just gonna be talking about sports and anime. We're gonna bring all different points of view.
Y'all be talking about anime? Y'all anime watchers?
Yeah.
You be watching anime?
You watch anime?
I'm telling you, bro, she's just a TikTok brainwash girl. You know what I'm saying? She just sit there on TikTok all day, and she probably be watching you be watching YouTube when you eat too, huh?
Do not. But actually, I was gonna say I have watched a few though. I've watched Fairy Tail, all of Fairy Tail. I watched Assassination Classroom, Promise Neverland, Death Note.
Promise Neverland was fine.
Death
Note, yeah, greatest anime ever. Come on, man.
It was good. Light is dumb as fuck. Dumb as shit. I'm not gonna lie. If I had a Death Note, I would not have been caught. Thank you.
He wasn't trying to be the villain. He was trying to be the hero. That's what niggas don't understand.
Yeah, he was trying to be the hero.
Just get the criminals off the streets.
I'm not even saying he was wrong for what he was doing. Well, it's still killing, but I'm not saying he was wrong for what he was doing. But I personally would not have been caught. That's all I'm saying.
You would have got caught because you so emotionally unstable. You would have got to killing every nigga that did you wrong. You would have got to.
That's cap.
You would have got to killing the person that messed up your order at the Chick-fil-A, and you would have that they would.
But like they
got
died of
you
a heart
so
attack.
fast.
That's not even on me. You feel me?
Nah, they would have
They got
got
hit
you
by a car.
fast.
That's not even on me. You feel
They
me?
gonna wonder why Billy Bob, Gwen ex-boyfriend, 20 years old with peak male condition, catching heart
Heart
failure.
attack.
Yes.
Damn, you got
Oh.
me. Shit.
No, man. But hey, let's clap it up. Let's clap it up. That's the end of the episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, but we're gonna give y'all some more content like this soon. You know, we probably gonna get Gwen back on here.
Go ahead and follow me on Instagram, y'all.
Yeah, I'm
We
gonna
got
put
some
the
real
Instagrams.
ideas for special episodes, man. Y'all gonna get some intricate stuff coming up.
You know it. Let us know what y'all think about this. Bringing a girl on, see what we think. She definitely probably gonna be back on here. Instagram gonna be in the bio. But yeah, y'all like, subscribe, comment, and we out. Yes, sir. And recording.